Birthday man. Fire away.
Travis, you talked with your brother about saying this year's team, in your eyes, could be better than last year's team. Can you just expand on what you meant by saying that?
I just think the chemistry, how together we are, how much we're willing to fight for each other. I think it's not a matter of effort. It's all just execution. And, we're in here every single day grinding our tails off, trying to get that fixed. And, you feel it from the coaches. They're tightening things up a little bit so that we focus on those details and so we can play fast and play with a purpose. And outside of that, I think the chemistry of this team is one of the most fun teams I've been on in a while.
You mentioned this team. It's a lot of guys that only know Super Bowl or AFC Championship game, right? They only know winning. You've been in a situation where you've lost a few games before. What's the mindset like, and what's your what do you say to those guys?
Well, I don't know. I think every season's different, right? Adversity hits you in different ways every single year, and the ups and downs of the season kind of mold you as a group. So, not to say that these guys don't know how to fight through anything. It's just you have to understand that just that every single season's different, and that our obstacles are going to be different, and sometimes it's just a matter of week in, week out, being able to recharge, refocus, even after a big-time loss or a piled up a couple of losses and things like that. Like, you got to find ways to fight through that. The energy may be different dealing with adversity in previous years than it is this year. And it's just you got to make sure that you're coming into the building with the right mindset. And, if losses do pile up on you, man, you got to have a sense of urgency and not kind of, go into a shell, but you just got to come in chest up and ready to handle business, man.
We don't know how the season started with guys being banged up and not having everybody together, at least on offense. But over the course of the year, have you seen defenses approach you guys slightly differently now?
I think in general, I think we're getting a different version of every team's defense for sure, and it's just how I feel like teams feel they need to attack us defensively. We're a veteran group on the offensive side in terms of Pat being able to do it, and Coach Reed's ability to scheme guys up. So it's just we're getting different looks here and there, but I think the coaches are doing a great job of giving us looks throughout the week that have us prepared for anything, and giving us plays that we can go out there and make happen no matter what they're calling. So.
Travis, not trying to make it seem like you never worked out until this offseason, but you obviously put in particular work this offseason. Are you seeing it pay off now as much as it did maybe early in the season?
Me working out all offseason is a huge reflection of our team being a lot healthier than we were last year in the wide receiver room. I think what you're seeing is I'm a product of my environment right now, and I'm just trying to go out there and everything is predicated off of how the offensive line does, how the guys around us do, and obviously the chemistry me and Pat have been able to accumulate over the years. But I think this year is just every year is different. You got to kind of attack it differently. I think in terms of athleticism and where I feel in terms of health right now, I feel like the offseason definitely helped me to at least get a head start on some of the wear and tear. So it's just the body feels better, but I think the production-wise, our offense in general is having a better season than it was last year. So a lot more weapons, man.
Travis, Patrick said he didn't like being 5-5, but he was excited to see what was going to happen from here on out. I guess do you get a?
I'm excited every single day we come into this building, man. There's still a chance I'm fighting, man. And I think right now it's a different season than we've had really in the sense I can remember. And with that being said, it's every single day is a new challenge, and I love that. I love that opportunity. We get a great football team that's playing amazing on both offense and defensive sides of the football. They got a great run game, pass game, playmakers all over the field. So, and then defensively, they're very stout, and they're getting one of our ex-Super Bowl winners, Tarvarius, back this week. So it's only going to make our job a little bit harder, and we just got to focus, man. And but I got all the faith in the world in everybody in this building, and going out there and finding a way to get a win this weekend.
To take you back a few weeks, I don't think we got to ask you this after the game against the Commanders, but that was a game where you caught the touchdown to tie Priest Holmes, and there's a moment where I think you drop the ball and Patrick goes and gets it and makes sure that you get to keep that. Just what does it say about him, and what was that moment like for you when you realized he did that gesture for you?
Guy. He's been known to make sure that guys get those memorable or the memorabilia that's could be personal to them down the road, but yeah, that's just it's one of those things Pat's good about. Is his awareness is crazy. He knows when guys are getting their first touchdown or when they're getting their 84th or whatever it was I got. So yeah, he's unbelievable with stuff like that, and it's just another reason why he's one of the best teammates I've ever had.
Have you had time to reflect on actually being the record holder now?
No. Trying to win a football game this week.
Couple more. Travis, you're obviously not under contract for next season. Just with the way you feel right now, what are your thoughts about that? And just timeline-wise, when would you want to talk to the Chiefs about whether you're coming back or getting a new contract done?
I think seeing my brother go through it and seeing I don't know, just how the league works. The season kind of restarts in April, and I want to give the Chiefs a good opportunity to whether I come back or not, and vice versa, like whether they want me back or not. It's one of those things where I'd like to make that decision before they gotta get draft picks and the free agency opens, so that it gives them an opportunity to go out there and fill the roster appropriately. So all that will be at the end of the season, and I won't be thinking about it until then.
On that note, would you rather, go out? Because some guys want to do like the Kobe tour, right? That's something that you...
Listen, I love Kobe, man.
Yeah.
I love Kobe. I love everything about him, man. But that's not me.
Okay.
I like to take it day by day, year by year, and just evaluate it like that.
Travis, what have you seen from Tyler Warren, Colts young tight end? Is there anything about his game that you like, and is there anything that he does that reminds him of when you were that age?
I don't know, man. He's a big dude coming out of Penn State, man. He's an absolute force, and you can see why he's got a lot of success early. He's got how he ran with the ball when he was in college, his feel for zones, his ability to go up and make a catch over top of everybody. Just a big target out there, man. And I'm excited for his future, but hopefully we can hold him to a few yards this week. All right, now. Have a good one, guys.
Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs star tight end, who is living the best time of his life after getting engaged to music superstar Taylor Swift, unexpectedly became extremely emotional during an interview before the game between the Chiefs and Indianapolis Colts this afternoon. Although he usually maintains a confident, humorous, and strong demeanor in front of the camera, Travis revealed his true emotions for the first time when asked about his relationship and new life with his famous fiancée. This moment immediately attracted the attention of the media, making the Chiefs' training facility seem to be covered with a layer of warm, emotional atmosphere amid the stressful schedule preparing for the pressure-filled game week. On a chilly morning in Kansas City, Travis Kelce appeared with his familiar comfortable demeanor, a red hoodie, light gray sweatpants and a pair of white sneakers. He entered the press conference area with a permanent smile, a smile that has become iconic to Chiefs fans and Swifties around the world. The reporters gathered in larger numbers than usual. Not only because the game against the Colts was important, but because since Travis and Taylor officially got engaged after Easter, every move of America's most powerful couple became the center of attention. Travis sat down, leaning toward the microphone as usual. But just a few minutes later, the atmosphere suddenly changed. A reporter asked, "Travis, can you share a little about how Taylor has supported you mentally this season?" The question seemed simple, but it opened up a rare moment, where the legendary player's heart was revealed in the most sincere way. Travis took a deep breath. His eyes touched the wooden table in front of him, then looked up at the reporters as if choosing each word. "I'll be honest. She makes everything in my life easier," Travis begins, his voice lower than usual. "Taylor is more than just my lover. She's my true companion." The room immediately quiets down to the point where you can hear the click of a camera in the distance. Travis continues, his fingers intertwined, a common sign when he's talking about something important. "No matter how busy her schedule is, Taylor always knows how to make me feel loved, encouraged, empowered. Sometimes she just sends a little text, sometimes just a hug after a long day, and that's enough." At this point, a rare gentle smile appears on Travis's lips. "I never thought I'd have someone who understands me so well." A reporter continues, do you think love affects your performance? Travis chuckled, in a positive way, 100% of the time. When you're happy, you play better. No one expected the pre-game interview to turn into a stage for the NFL star to share his love life, but Travis seemed more ready than ever to talk about the moment that changed his life. A veteran sports reporter asked, "Travis, can you share your feelings when you proposed to Taylor? Just what you were comfortable with." Travis's eyes lit up with excitement. "That was a moment that made me more nervous than when I walked onto the field in the Super Bowl." The reporters laughed, but Travis wasn't kidding. "I thought about it for months. I practiced my line more than any of Coach Andy Reid's drills." He bowed his head, recalling, "When she looked at me with those eyes, I knew I did the right thing in my life." Then he continued slowly, his voice full of emotion, "She is my home." A moment of silence fell over the room, as if everyone was truly feeling the love of the man in front of them. Since Taylor appeared at Arrowhead during the Chiefs vs. Bears game last year, the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce effect has become a global pop culture phenomenon. However, many people still wonder, does love put pressure or distraction on the Chiefs star? Travis's answer was surprisingly simple and powerful, "Not at all. Taylor understands my job. I understand her job. We respect each other's time." He explained that Taylor regularly sends words of encouragement before each game, even though she has to practice for hours for her Eras Tour performances. "I told her she is the MVP of my life." A reporter jokingly asked, "Is Taylor the first person you call after every game?" Travis laughed, "I talk to her almost immediately. And if she's in the stadium, that hug is everything." In just a few short minutes, Travis had inadvertently shown the world that their love was not